And the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
It is now time for us to present to you WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
If you're working for a while, come by Courts, I'll make you smile. Courts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Yeah, it's back, Courts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast, traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics and appliances. Are you coming, say yeah? Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And bring nothing until next year, February. Clock out and come down to Courts. Courts already load. Courts already load. Courts already load. When Black Friday come out.
Welcome to WEFM's Midday News. I am your presenter, Dianna Cain. In local news, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Association for Music Professionals, the SVG AMP, will be conducting a series of workshops aimed at promoting gender sensitization. The first of these took place last Saturday at the Teachers Credit Union Conference Room and will be continuing across the country in North Leeward, Sandy Bay, and Greggs. The SVG AMP says the aim of the workshops is to promote positivity in songwriting, especially in the areas of violence against women and degrading of women in songs. The first session saw various attendees, including young and experienced music professionals and other persons with interests in the music field, along with performances from Tajo, DJ20, Lady D, and Vibrating Skakes, with a shortened rendition of his independence anthem. Attendees were offered the opportunity to participate in discussions as they heard presentations from members of the SVG AMP, including Dr. Cleve Scott, SVG AMP President Marvo O'Brien Morgan, and Anselma Rose. The village of Barrowley has emerged victorious, claiming the title of Best Village for this year's Independence Village competitions. Of the 7 communities that took part in the Best Village competition, Chomaka placed third with 69.67 points. The New Foundation of Point placed second with 77.50 points, and Barrowley claimed victory with 81 points. In the Best Flower Garden category, Sandy Lane Garden of Fountain placed second with 71.33 points, and Olivia da Silva of Cane End placed first with 74 points. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has arrested and charged Ronald Mathurin, a 38-year-old laborer of Calder, with the offense of damage to property. According to investigations, the accused, without lawful excuse, damaged one right quarter glass for a motor vehicle valued at $300 EC, the property of a 33-year-old resident of Stony Grounds, by smashing it with an unknown object. The offense was committed at Stony Grounds on August 24th this year. Mathurin appeared before the Kingstown Magistrate Court on October 31st and pleaded not guilty to the charge. Bail was not considered and the defendant was remanded, with the trial date set for January 13th, 2025. In news of the region, a hurricane watch has been issued for the Cayman Islands and a tropical storm warning issued for Jamaica, as a weather system in the Caribbean is expected to strengthen this week, according to the National Hurricane Center. The Hurricane Center reported that on the opposite side of the Atlantic, Patty transformed from subtropical to a tropical storm located about 380 miles east of the Azores early Monday. The storm system was expected to become a hurricane and could bring heavy rainfall to Cuba and Florida, and possibly the northern coast of the Gulf of Mexico later this week. It was expected to be near Jamaica by late Monday and the Cayman Islands on Tuesday and Wednesday, according to the center. Heavy rainfall will affect the Western Caribbean with totals of 3 to 6 inches and up to 9 inches expected locally in Jamaica and southern Cuba. Flooding and mudslides are possible in these countries. Heavy rains will reach Florida and adjacent areas of the southeast U.S. by mid to late week, the center said. The Community Policing Unit of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, along with the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority, will launch an initiative to remove derelict vehicles from the roadways starting today, Monday, November 4th. According to an advisory from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, authorized officers will contact vehicle owners to facilitate the timely disposal of derelict vehicles, warning that failure to remove them could result in a fine not exceeding $5,000. Community members commented that the discarded vehicles make the already small roads even smaller, act as a breeding ground for rodents, and make the environment unsightly. One resident also noted that some years ago, a resident had to call on the owner of a derelict vehicle near her home to remove it because it had attracted a large number of rodents. Several weeks ago, notices from the Solid Waste Management Authority of St. Lucia were placed on several derelict vehicles in Vieux Fort, ordering their owners to remove them within 7 days. However, their owners have not heeded the warning. In international news, at least 36 people have died when a bus swerved off the road and plunged into a deep gorge in northern India on Monday. The bus, said to be poorly maintained and overcrowded, was carrying around 60 people, and more than 20 have been injured, according to a senior state government official. The state's chief minister, Pushkar Singh Dhami, said rescue teams were working to quickly evacuate the injured passengers to nearby hospitals and that authorities had been instructed to airlift those seriously hurt. Television footage showed parts of the bus mangled and destroyed as it lay overturned on a rocky slope close to a stream. Vineet Palhi, another official in the state, said the state government has opened an investigation into the accident and that preliminary information suggested the dilapidated bus skidded before tumbling down a 60-meter deep gorge. India has some of the highest road death rates in the world, with hundreds of thousands of people killed and injured annually. Most crashes are blamed on reckless driving, poorly maintained roads, and aging vehicles. And in sports, Trinidad and Tobago will make history next month when they become the first to host the Special Olympics Regional Beach Games. The Games will feature 130 athletes, 70 coaches, and delegates from 14 Special Olympics programs across the Caribbean and North America, who will compete in a variety of beach sports, including aquathlon, beach soccer, beach volleyball, and open water swimming at venues in both Trinidad and Tobago. CEO of the Digital Foundation, Penny Gomez, said the company was pleased to be associated with such an important event, noting that the dedication and commitment demonstrated by the special athletes and coaches is nothing short of inspiring. Gomez said, "It's a great honor for Trinidad and Tobago to have been selected to host the inaugural Special Olympics Regional Beach Games, and this recognition of our very own Special Olympics Trinidad and Tobago is very well deserved." This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Dianna Cain. Join us at 3 o'clock as we bring to you WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WeFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Just for you at Quartz Optical. Get 15% off when you bring in your prescription from any other eye care provider. We'll give you 15% off the cost of your frames and lenses. So visit us today and get 15% off. Offer valid on cash and credit purchases. Conditions apply. See in-store for details. Quartz Optical. Value you can see.